real fast.
Yo, let's go. The Crypto Boys are live on a Saturday. Colin was supposed to be dead in bed today, but he's alive. Back at it again. Hey, we got matching hats on, actually.
We do have matching hats.
Didn't even plan that. Let's go.
I don't see our live here. Let's check it.
Sick.
Here we go.
Oh, there we are. How's our mouths look?
There we go. Good to go.
Good. Thank you guys for joining us on this Saturday. I know you got shit to do. We got stuff to do too. So here we are giving you some Voyager update. There's some information we're going to talk about today and some other news just kind of going on randomly.
Yeah, not a whole lot of news that that's really needs to be dived into too deep, because I still think the FTX contagion is taking over a lot more than it's worth it. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know how long this is going to go on for and getting people paid back their money and all this stuff. We just covered Voyager for months and months and months. It just sucks that now we're kind of restarting that with even a bigger issue.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of funny is we talk about mass adoption and, you know, getting into the normal investors and stuff like this. This is not the way we had planned it. But everybody and their brother is talking about FTX right now and talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. People that have no idea what crypto is like, oh, that whole crypto thing's really shitty right now, huh? Yeah, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I definitely think that most of the people, too, who are hardcore into crypto like we are and everybody else out there, they're kind of over it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not watching as many videos because that's all anybody's posting about. So I am excited to get back into normal crypto talk because guess what? These projects are still building.
Yeah.
These developers are still developing. So things are still going on very well. And so we do have some updates on some of those projects. But for the most part, the FTX contagion runs on. Yes,
That's right.
does.
Daniel, what's going on, my man? CBDCs, yeah, coming definitely in some way, shape, or form. I agree with you. We agree with you. We've been talking about it in some way, shape, or form. It's going to happen. It's being tested overseas, different countries. The U.S. is going to have one, whether it's USDC or whatever. They're going to figure it out. Never quit. Thanks for joining, brother. As always, you're always on here. Never quit is one of the OGs for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Kevin saying, but he made graduation. Who? Someone made graduation? Good morning, boys. Either way, what's going on? Maybe talking about Colin not being dead. Joey, hey. Saturday Live with the Crypto Boys. That's right. Smash up the like button. If you've made it this far in the video and you are watching after the stream, you know what to do. Make sure that you hit the like button for us, please, and thank you. And subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you're hitting this live, drop comments below because you know how we like to do, especially on Saturdays. We like to have it more interactive, especially like, hey, it's a little quiet in the crypto world other than the SBF thing. We want to talk with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Brandon saying what's up too?
What up?
Another recent OG, I guess. Yeah.
You gonna click over to CoinMarket Cap?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Over to the old CoinMarket Cappy.
All right, guys. So here's what we're looking at today. Obviously, we're gonna sit in this just annoying little trend of hitting about 800, billion, just over 800 billion.
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen here is that until something moves the needle from here, we really don't know where it's going to go. In my own personal opinion, this is not the time to really be YOLOing your life savings into here and telling your grandma that you want to go take her money out of her purse and put it on Ethereum. Probably not the time. I would wait at least for some sort of reversal or some sort of confirmation that we're going to go back down lower, because I do think that this is one of those times that it's like you could easily scoop up some extremely cheap cryptos in the very near future.
Yeah, in the next crash to come. Now, there will be a point to where we hit a bottom, and we won't know until after the fact, of course. But, I mean, this right here, it looks like it's a straight line sideways, but there's always room for this.
Yes.
There's always room for more of this, and there's going to be. I mean, there will be. There should be.
Well, and who knows how much FTX contagion is still out there, how many other people are still involved in this that haven't even been mentioned yet. You got Sam Bankman-Fried basically incriminating himself on every YouTube and Twitter space out there, which is totally idiotic in my mind. Just shut your mouth. You know for a fact that your parents are going to get you out of this, and you've paid enough people to get you out of it anyways. So just die off into the wind, dude. Because he's not helping anybody. There's no help at all by him saying, oh, I had no idea what was going on. You being in charge of your effing company and then you being the head person and then saying, oh, I had no idea, doesn't excuse you. That is your fault. If something happens out in my business, which is right behind me, and it happens without my knowledge or with it, it's still my fault. It happened in my gym. It is my fault. And it's his fault.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's 100% his fault. He didn't even have a governing council. So, like, it is 100% his fault. He didn't have anybody overseeing his decisions. It's him.
No.
He is the one making the decisions.
Yes.
And if he's not, who is the one making the decision?
Yeah,
Who's the one that made that decision? Because that's an employee of his. He should know about it. Am I right? Am I right? Bronco, what's going on? Hey, this is a good question from Joe. Chances, Crypto Boys given a sub 10K Bitcoin. What do you think the chances of it going below 10K are?
The chances of it, no explanation at all, 15%.
Ooh, 15%. I've made a bet with our channel, all of our subscribers, and with Colin too. If it goes below 10K, I'll do 100 single arm. I'm calling them single arm devil presses with the 50s. Maybe that'll change. Maybe it's heavier. Maybe it's 2 arms, whatever. But I hope it doesn't go below for that purpose, for buying purposes, for the Crypto Boys, for Joe P. I mean, if it does, ya boys scooping up some more Bitcoin, some more crypto. That's the time where if it goes below that, that might be your YOLO time.
Yeah.
That might be it. Whatever funds you got left, whatever kids' toys you got in the house, sell the crap out of them and get your money on into crypto.
But you didn't answer the question. What is the percentage that it goes below 10% or 10,000?
I'm going to say 10%. 10%.
Okay.
Likelihood that it goes below 10K.
That was a long explanation to get that 10% out there.
10%.
10%. I got 15%. I don't think it's going to happen, but
Who knows?
This stuff has been crazy. I'm not putting anything out anymore. Nothing is out of question with crypto.
Yeah. He's a little impressed with only 15%. He's clearly a little bit more bearish, which is fine. That's great. If it goes below 10K, like I said, I'm not going to be mad or pissed off. It's going to be like, well, I didn't expect it.
In my own personal opinion, too, is that everybody and their mama was saying 100K. Now everybody and their mama is saying 10K. Does it ever actually hit those numbers? Almost never.
Yeah, and I actually
stops just before.
That's one of the things I learned in the bull market last year was that the YouTube people, whether it's us or whether it's someone else, if they are giving you a number, why look at that number? Who cares about the number? Care about kind of the analytics of what's going on, maybe some TA of what's going on, but definitely the macro environment. I mean, things can't go up forever. 100K, that's too round and easy and nice of a number.
Yeah. 10K
is the same thing. Like 10K in someone's mind, like psychologically, that's a nice number. I would like it to hit that. But shit, maybe it's 11K or maybe it's 9.5. Like that number is not going to be perfect. So I don't like the psychological barriers of nice numbers.
I can tell you this, my specialty bag will be long gone by the time it gets to below 10K, and I won't even look at the market at that point.
Yeah.
Because at 11, I'm scooping at those prices, and I mean scooping.
Yeah, I've said since the beginning, or since a long time, 15.5 was my call to the bottom, but we'll see, I guess, huh? Should we move on?
Let's move on.
HBar, got some Twitter update?
Yeah, nothing too crazy here. The main reason why I wanted to bring this up is that I was kind of frustrated because I'm over talking about the FTX until new things come out that you guys need to know. If you lost money, whatever it is, I get all that. But HBar and these projects are still building. You still have, Mance Harmon, and you still have him getting out in front of everybody. You still got Lehman Baird getting out in front of everybody, answering questions that we need answered. And I just think it's cool that HBar is still building. And you see over here, too, that they're actually doing things with NFTs now. They've got a lot going on over at the HBar Foundation. As far as this Joe Get DX, is that how you say that?
Sure.
However you say that. So I don't know. I think they're making it easier for their dApps to keep building and to really integrate them in the real world. So I don't know. I feel it's important to not lose fact of the projects that we're all counting on in the next bull run.
Yeah, which is kind of why we're highlighting some of the ones now of, keep your eyes on these projects, because the ones that continue to grow, the ones that are hiring more people and building things like Colin was saying, those are the ones that are going to make it through the bear market. And all you have to do, I hate to say it, but all you got to do is just survive the bear market. If you survive the bear market, the rest of the industry and the rest of the markets and the traditional financial system is going to pump everything up. You know what I'm saying? In the next bull run.
If you survive it, you're one article written away. You're one tweet away from somebody famous. You are one extremely lucky whatever away from your project absolutely exploding into a Doge type effect. and you're going to be glad it made it.
That's right.
I mean, even the MTV's out there, which is a total pump and dump piece of shit, worst project ever. And if you make it, you can make a ton of money.
Right. If they survive, if anything survives, something with a small market cap, like those are the lucky cats out there. You pick 5 small market caps, put $1,000 in each of them. One of them might 100x.
Yes, never know.
4 of them could go to 0.
Absolutely.
If one of them 100x's though, like bro, that was a great investment. Good job. You took the risk and you gambled. You won it. There's a lot of comments right now, actually. Can't even keep up with them by far. Talking about, Salamander, what's going on, brother? Saying that buy now and everything is on special or on sale. Talking about XDC, XRP, XLM, HBar, Quant, all ISO 20022 stuff. Yeah, I think those are good options.
For sure.
Those are definitely going to rip, especially if this whole thing, changes with the SWIFT financial system. James C. made it. Hey, man, what's up? Good to see you again. Let's see. Yeah, once Salamander or 88 coming in, like I said, once regulation separates it from all the security trash tokens, Bitcoin will explode, amongst other things. I don't think that just Bitcoin will explode. I think hopefully everything that makes it and is not just trash, a Dogecoin type of deal, will continue to rip.
I will say this. I'm glad we got in when we did to learn about this bear market for future bear markets, because this has been wild. There's no way anybody, and if you've been in the comments and you went through previous bear markets, can you tell us what it was like in the previous bear market versus this one? I feel like, how could it be much worse?
I don't know,
like,
man.
Everything is negative to the point of, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if you were in a previous bear market, put in the comments below of what other bear markets felt like as compared to this one that we're currently going through. I would be just curious of your thoughts on it and your personal opinions.
I also think, like, your memory doesn't serve you perfectly in the sense of, like, if there's something really bad that happened, like, sometimes you block out some of the details of it. Maybe you're like, at the time, you're like, shit, this is terrible, this is crazy. But the amount of reporting of what's going on, the amount of YouTube channels right now, I feel like this has got to be by far the worst, because now you know more information about more of the crappy situation of what's going on. So I think this one has to be the worst thus far. But again, I wasn't around for all of them. So,
and if you're not actually invested, it's totally different.
Yeah, Bronco's saying it's not. Been in since 2015. He said it's not.
That was one person's opinion. I can guarantee.
Oh, wait, no. He said this is the worst I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We agree with you there for sure.
Yeah. And I have no idea. I wasn't in the other ones either.
Nope,
so
I wasn't either.
I'm just curious of your guys' opinion. But I'm with you. I feel like, I don't know how much worse you can get than this one. I mean, you got shit going down left and right. Billions and billions and billions of dollars gone.
Yeah, it's bad, too. It's bad. You want to talk about this stuff?
Yeah, we do have a bunch of Voyager news, guys, that we should get to. I know. Before you guys get on our butts, we've been kind of getting off the Voyager train a little bit, because here's the thing, guys, not much have been going on. Now, there is news that I think is worth bringing to your attention. Joe, really Chase and I have really been on top of the Stretto, making sure you guys know everything. But basically, we have 3 bidders still going at it right now. INX is a new one that joined it. We've got Cross Tower, but Cross Tower kind of wants to keep running Voyager, so that's kind of a different dynamic there. And then you got Binance, who would like to just buy Voyager out. Do I think Binance is going to win? Probably. I think there's some implications of some other people, E-Trade, maybe even Fidelity coming in. But basically, the big thing here is it's expensive to run these. It's really expensive to run bankruptcy cases, and Chase went over this a million times in all our videos. Go watch any of them. But we already had to get into our $24 million in reserves here to keep running it. So we had to be granted the relief to even use it, and we as in Voyager. And basically, the sooner we can get this over, the sooner we can get these bids in, the more money we're all going to save. Because eventually you run out of money, then you just go to liquidations, then you go to Chapter 7, then the ball gets pushed down the hill forever, and everybody loses more money than they should. So the quicker this gets over, and I think that's why this little article was the one, or this little motion was the one to bring up. But again, it's not worth me shooting a whole video on, bringing you guys over here to watch, unless you guys just want to talk Voyager, and then we can definitely have a fireside chat. That's no big deal. But maybe I'll have Chase on next week to have a little fireside chat about it. But for right now, that's kind of where we're sitting. Three bids are out there. We needed our reserves to keep the company pretty much rolling. And the executives and all those people are probably still getting paid. So it is what it is.
So the quicker the better. You know, if we can get one of those bidders to like hop in with a really good bid and Voyager take it and they're out and we don't continue to lose money and lose potential money that we could be getting back, instead of 70%, maybe it's 60%, maybe it's 30%. Who knows exactly? But like the faster these things go by, typically the better, because lawyers aren't sucking out, you know, money on the backside, and, you know, they're more spending out of their reserves on the backside. Like, we want that money to be in there as best we possibly can. All right, what do we got next?
Well, here's another. You got some sniffle going on there, bro.
Dude, after I worked out this morning, literally the last 4 Saturdays, I get done working out and I start sneezing exponentially. Like, I can't stop sneezing.
Probably some allergies or something.
It's definitely allergies.
So INX is going to be a company that we haven't heard much of, that basically is looking to get into a little bit more of the crypto space. There's not much of an article here, but this is one company that is now looking into buying Voyager and its assets, which I think could be decent. But again, I am not 100% on board that we absolutely need to be just picking, you know, whatever would work out great, because we have to look ahead and see what Binance is going to do and what Cross Tower wants to do, because they do want to do different things as far as maybe run the platform still and maybe keep the IP for Voyager. Some of them, like Binance, is like, we want to end it all. We just want your customers, so on and so forth. But this is a new one that's kind of come about, is this INX, dealer here. But again, guys, we're just not sure of exactly how far it can go and where we're going to go with the Voyager thing. But as soon as we have news, we will. I'll bring Chase back on. I've actually already talked to him about it. There's just nothing newsworthy right now to bring him on for, and I don't want to waste his time. I also don't want to waste your time.
But speaking of that, Salamander, super chat, we appreciate you, saying Chase for bankruptcy attorney on Voyager.
Seriously.
Sign him up. Sign his ass up.
At a very minimum, with Chase, you at least know you're getting the truth in bankruptcy lawyers and the way they because a lot of bankruptcy lawyers, and Chase will tell you this, they can just kick the ball down the road. They keep getting paid $25,000 a day. Their firm does. They don't give a shit if you go out of business or not. I mean, they don't care. You're already done, and they know you got $24 million in reserves sitting there. Well, let's get those released too.
Right, exactly. Well, and not only just you're getting the truth from Chase, you're getting a professional, like, inside information. Like, if you're like, hey man, I just don't know how to lose weight, and I was asking my buddy that works at McDonald's, and I don't know if he's telling me the truth or not. Well, why don't you just ask Colin, the guy that runs at a CrossFit gym and does fitness challenges all the time and nutrition challenges? Like, that's the guy you want to talk to about it, you know? Like,
for sure.
You got to talk to the right people, and Chase is the right person for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also kind of annoys me a little bit when you get some people on, and this is nothing to do with Voyager, this is everybody, and they get on and they read you it. It's like they don't even give an opinion. They can't explain it because they don't know what's going on, but they read you it. I'm like, what are you doing? It's
actually funny because Chase does the opposite of that. He reads it all before, and he's like, okay, now how do I tell these people, what does these jibber jabber even mean? Yes. That's what I would rather have.
Yeah, what do they even need to know when they're reading this?
Yeah. I mean, you can't even understand every other word is Japanese. Agreed. You know, what does it mean? How do I understand? What does it mean to me? You know? That's a lot of times what we try to aim for on our videos is like, there's a lot of information out there. I hate reading. I hate reading stuff. You guys hate listening to people reading stuff. I mean, come on. No one wants that.
So we do have to bring on Bob at some point for tax.
That was supposed to be this week.
Yeah, so we will bring Bob on. He is our accountant, CPA. I don't know. He's one of Joe's good buddies, also
next week.
My friend. Hopefully next week, and we can get some tax questions out there for all you Voyager people. Think if we could get Bob and Chase on the same time.
We would need a wide lens camera for sure.
That might be too much information at once.
We could potentially use our space that we had set up for this specifically.
Yeah.
We would need to pass around the mic like you did with the Iron Man stuff.
Yeah.
But we could potentially do that. Maybe.
Or we could do one of those crappy mics we have that are still $400 mics, but they're just not.
They're not
$1,000 sure
exactly.
mics.
We need to get the Focusrite ×5 thing
yes.
too. Yeah. That's right.
We can take it out of there when we get that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what do we got in the comments, man? Hey, 27 people on a Saturday. Like, let's go.
That's
awesome.
That's awesome.
Saw it up above 30 for a little while. That is what we want on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Because we come on here to talk to you guys. So
Exactly.
Also, if you guys are still with us, then like the dang video. It's easy. Like the video. Boop. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed.
Hit that like button so many times, but hit it an odd number of times so that it stays liked. We would appreciate that. All right, I'm going to try to roll back through some of these comments because there are a ton. So keep them rolling. But let's see. We'll try to hit a couple of them. Ooh, big shout out 88 talking about Polygon, Link, HBar, ETH. Those are big ones. Yeah, we like all those.
I'm hearing a lot about Polygon lately, and we need to do more in-depth review of Polygon.
Dude, we haven't done an in-depth review.
Maybe that's a video we need to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm really liking Matic. I really am. They're set up pretty well.
This is kind of a good, I guess, talking point or discussion. Never quits talking about he'd rather store in stable coins than move into Bitcoin when we're close to the bottom. I guess stablecoin is fine because you can buy whatever you want at that point. And, I don't know. I guess here's my question to everyone out there. Do you think in the very bottom, before things start rolling, because typically Bitcoin starts going before all the alts start going, would you rather have a bunch of Bitcoin in the beginning, have it start going up a little bit once you know it's starting to go up, sell a large piece of it, and then hop into altcoins? Or would you rather just be like, put it all into altcoins, hopefully one of those ones goes up? I think both are good strategies.
Yeah, both can work.
Both could definitely work. But either way, it doesn't matter until your normal S&P 500 hits a bottom and they start going back up, and the traditional stock markets, they go up. I mean, we made a video on that with Alex Becker talking about it.
Yeah.
It's important information that I truly believe in. I really, really do. Michael Saylor should buy Voyager. There we go.
Anybody who wants to give us back at least 70% should buy Voyager.
Yes.
Isn't it funny too? Like, we're gonna get back 70% of 20 grand we have invested into VeChain. It's gonna be like $2,000.
Yeah. It's going to be so cool.
We're going to have to add a lot to that bag.
Yeah. Salmon are saying CZ will buy it. Never quits agreeing with them.
My guess is CZ. I mean, it just makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes sense for him, and it makes sense for the crypto space, and it makes sense for everyone. Brandon's saying 90% crypto, 10% stocks. Do you have any stocks at all anymore?
Yep.
You do? Are you? Why'd you giggle like that?
I got some embarrassing stocks. I've got some stocks that I made some good money on, like AMC. I still have a little bit of AMC just because I want to see what happens with it. And then I have a couple random ones too. But yeah, I do have stocks.
Oh, that's actually a solid idea. Samuel, I don't remember seeing you on here before, buddy. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. Saying do a Zoom call with all of them. We could. But we also have the means to just have them in here with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want it to sound good for you guys. And a lot of times if you do like a Zoom call, like, it doesn't sound great. The video is kind of crappy, probably on Bob's phone because he probably has like a Nokia flip phone or Razor or something like that because he's a cheap ass.
We'll probably need to get him over some information that he needs to look up.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. What questions would you guys want to have a CPA discuss, an accountant discuss for Voyager or taxes or anything like that? Drop them in the comments below right now. We will send them over to Bob. Hopefully he can come on Monday. If not, then possibly on Thursday to do our live. We want to do it like interactive with you guys too, like we've done with Chase before. We don't want to shoot a video, edit it, put it out, because we want it to be interactive as we go.
And we got another 5 minutes, guys. So if you could, that's a great point. Please post your questions that you want a CPA to answer. If it's Voyager, great. If it's other crypto stuff, great. If it's whatever. We will say this. Bob's a little bit like Chase in the realm of extremely smart, not too animated.
No.
Not too animated. So you'll get definitely the truth, but it's going to be straight shooter here.
That's kind of exactly what you would expect from a good accountant.
That's true.
Like, you want your good accountant to be kind of a freaking dork, but really good with numbers and, well, if you do this, then you might do that. Blah, blah, blah. He doesn't talk like that. He's a good dude, but yeah, the animation level is a little bit more minimal compared to the crypto boys.
Do we have any questions? You feel every time 88. You fells like VeChain, eh? Every freaking time. That's funny. Profits and bulls like on the stables.
I also feel bad all the time because we're always looking down at our screen. We need to get like a big screen that sits like right here off to the side so we can just like keep kind of looking at your guys' comments. That would be cool.
What percentage are we paying on profits or losses to the IRS?
Capital gains.
Yeah, it's
whatever that
gains.
is.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? 30?
Whatever your tax bracket is.
Yeah, whatever your tax bracket is.
Yeah, you gotta set some aside for those capital gains.
I saw one country said basically capital gains. I can't remember what it was. Just recently, it was like 25%, and people were probably like, "Damn, that's so high. That's crazy." But actually, that's like lower than the U.S. for most people.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty good for them.
Well, think about it in Dubai. You have zero tax on any income you get, on anything you do. Zero, none, zip.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
You make 100% of what you make.
Yep. You get you make 20,000, then you're getting 20,000 deposited in your account.
That's
now
nuts.
they do make it up through other ways, I'm pretty sure, and there's some back channel politics out there that, I mean, there's some crazy stuff that I've read, but it's pretty crazy that no tax.
Yeah. I mean, some dude could show up at your house and say, "Give me $5,000 and I'll chop your arm off." Playing that game, you know.
Yeah.
But dude, they got money.
Trillions.
I was just reading an article about Lil Wayne, rapper. You know what I'm saying? Wheezy baby. He went out there one time and he had issues at like in customs or something when he was landing. So like one of the royal families went to his hotel where he was staying, and they were like, "Okay, well we're so sorry for your troubles," and they were like, "Do you like Lamborghinis, you do like Ferraris?" And he thought they were just asking him a question, and so he's like, "I like Lambos." They're like, "What color do you like?" He's like, "I like black Lambos." They're like, "All right, it'll be at your house in 3 weeks. Sorry for the trouble in customs."
Yep.
And they gave him a Lambo. They just sent it to his house.
Yeah,
like that's crazy money.
Yeah, they got trillions. I mean, look what they just paid Cristiano Ronaldo, $214 million per year for 3 years. He's like 39.
Money. Yeah. That's insane, dude.
Over $500 million.
Insane. That's the Live Golf Tour too. They just handing out money left and right.
They got so much money that it's crazy. It's not even worth talking about.
Money is not even a thing to them.
It's like not real.
I don't even care because I have so much of it. What's it matter to me?
Yeah.
I can afford anything 10 times over. Not the crypto boys. People over there.
That's not us.
Salamander with the comment, how much for crypto boys hat?
I'm assuming it'll be $25 is where we'll try to keep it. But again, with the cost of retail stuff going up, I have no idea. Right now, my hats at my gym cost me $22.50. So you're not making nothing. So I sell them for $30. But I would assume we can get these for $25. It'll be $25 or $30. And you'll probably have to pay shipping as well.
Yeah. Somewhere around there. That's in the process. We talked about it a couple times. Yeah. We will continue to talk about it. The hats, we got probably 2 of them, I think, in the works right now, and a couple shirts, maybe 2 or 3 of them. They're pretty sick, and when they're finalized, we'll send them out to you guys. We'll show them to you, and we'll show you how to get them, of course.
Yes.
Oh, should we talk about old Bitget?
So for only one, Brandon says, I have one and I'll sell it to you for 1 Bitcoin.
He does have one.
He does got one.
He does have one. I think he posted a picture of it.
Yeah, let's get off of here. This has been an amazing live for a Saturday, but let's talk about Bitget real quick. So Bitget, the exchange that we were partnered with or affiliated with, basically we had a call with them. Nothing crazy has happened. It's just the fact of they are not going to do anything with U.S. customers anymore because they see regulation coming and they don't want to be like Bybit where they had to freeze everybody's accounts who was in the U.S. and they still haven't got their money back. So if you have money on Bitget, I would get your money off. So they just told us this on Thursday, and we were supposed to do something on it on yesterday, but I was sick as hell, and Joe was crazy busy. So anyways, if you're on Bitget and you're in the U.S., take it off. If you're not in the U.S., you're totally good. Everything's good to go. And if you're a current user, you're totally good.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to worry about. But if you are and you haven't taken stuff off, then take it off.
And you're just
get it off.
You're just not going to be able to create an account moving forward if you're in the U.S. What did they say, December 5th or something?
December 5th or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Monday.
It's just not worth it at this point. So they're like, we're not really going to break apart from you guys, but at the same time, no one in the U.S. can use your affiliate link. So we're like, all right, no harm, no foul.
That is how cool this exchange really, truly is that they called us to make sure they let our people know and say, hey, listen, this is what's going to go down. Everything is fine. Nothing is in jeopardy. But we're going to be super cautious ahead of things and make sure that there's no regulation or anything going to be affecting people's accounts because we're not going through this.
Yeah.
So if you got it and you're in the U.S., get it off.
If I was outside of the U.S., I would absolutely continue to use them, though. I do.
100%.
I feel kind of trusting in them, which, hey, you know, people trusted FTX.
Yeah.
But I do truly like how they've ran things and how they've gone about things.
They've
So
never done anything to us to think that we should not trust them.
nope. Awesome stuff. Last comment, 88. What's your thoughts on Liver King?
Oh, shit.
We talked about last time.
I knew we need to talk about it. Okay, here's my thing about Liver King. And this is my thing is that everybody already knew he was on steroids. Everybody knew he was on everything under the sun. This dude was spending $15,000 to $28,000 a month on his PEDs. A month on his PEDs. Here is my biggest issue with him. I don't give a crap. Everybody already knew you're on steroids. Clearly, I've been around all that stuff. I know what's going on. My biggest problem was that he was fine with sitting here talking to you in the camera or even in person and lying to your effing face. That is a problem because he's going to lie about everything. His businesses are a lie. He does not make $100 million a year. I mean, everything he does is a total lie. He's a pathological liar. He is a narcissist, and he will lie to you about anything and everything. So if I were you, I'd totally write him off as anything. My opinion.
Wait,
because he's an absolute liar.
Are you talking about SBF or are you talking about Liver King?
Both. Both.
Oh, I agree
Yes.
with you 100%. If you're going to lie straight to everybody's face, just
Yes.
like Ricky Gerard did,
Yep.
like, dude, if you're just going to lie straight to my face, how can I trust you ever again? Knowing that you are a jacked, how old is he, 40 or something, 38, something,
Yeah,
whatever his age is, the dude is freaking massive. Anybody that's that massive and that shredded and that lean at that age, you are on PEDs, bro.
Yeah.
We know it. Everybody knows it.
Think about you
Get outta
spending
here.
$15,000. You couldn't spend it because you don't make enough to spend $15,000 a month.
Right.
$15,000 a month on your supplement cycle,
Just to
and by supplements, steroids. But still, that's my thought. The lying is what sticks out to me the most. I don't care about all the sideshow stuff that every other YouTuber's talking about. But
45. There we go.
yeah, if you're willing to do that, that's a problem.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
This is a sidestep to it, but I saw a video the other day. It was a guy in the gym. He like walked up to this guy with his phone, and this dude was freaking massive. And he's like, "Hey man, are you natty or are you on steroids?" He's like, "No, I just got off my cycle." He's like, "What do you take?" Boom, 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 boom. This, and this. But I'm cycling off. I got a week off. He's like, "All right, sick, man. Hell yeah!" Like fist bumped him. I'm like,
Yeah,
I respect
that's
that
awesome.
guy. I respect that guy for just saying I'm jacked as hell, and
Yeah.
I know it because I'm on a bunch of steroids. Yeah.
You know,
That's hilarious.
and who knows, to caveat all this too, maybe Liver King, I don't think he wanted it to come out this way, but maybe Liver King, at some point in time, he knew he was going to get caught. So now maybe I'm hoping he already had like a whole media thing going on that was ready to combat this or ready to take it to, because his stupid ass, he's like, I'm only here for suicide prevention. Like, what?
Now?
What about the $100 million you've been taking a year? You weren't here for that? You
Yeah,
weren't here
right.
for that?
You weren't? All right,
It's
give
like
it
the
back.
Michael Scott thing. Remember the Michael Scott thing? He's like, I'm not here for the money, but it turns out I wouldn't be here if I didn't get paid the money. Like on that short, he's like, yeah, I wouldn't be here though. That's fucking Liver King.
Exactly. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's awesome, guys. You know, that's really all we got for today. A couple Voyager news, a couple of things going on with Hedera, one of our favorites. Yeah, we appreciate you guys for joining us today. Anything else last minute-er?
88 says that his admission video was decent. Honestly, I didn't watch it, but I will watch it today. So.
I've heard reactions to it of people talking about it, and they kind of said the same thing. So, all right, well, that's it. Always, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. We're out.
Deuces.
Peace.